Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. Boy, that's not looking good. This lighting is absolutely terrible. It is snowing out there. We have over a foot. So we're in the Catskills. People who watch this channel, I do 95% of my videos are out on my porch. And, when you have a foot of snow and it's like 18 degrees, obviously you can't do that. So I'm trying to figure something out here. All right, I'm just going to kind of wing it. Down here, I got my fire going a little bit. It's nice and cozy here. I love the snow. I love living up here in the Catskills. I love the change of seasons. I've talked about this many times. I could never live in a warm state like Florida or Arizona. I need the change of seasons. If I lived in a place where it's always warm, I'd probably fucking kill myself. I don't know. How could you live that way, So love the change of seasons. Like, can you imagine Christmas and it's like 80 degrees out, like Arizona, Florida? It's so gross. Anyway, okay. Couple of things I want to talk about here. Again, I'll touch on the Biden, the pardoning his son. Listen, I've been super critical of Biden of late. Not happy with him. Um, I've already done a couple of videos here about Biden's decision to run again cost us the election, right? So, he was basically forced out after that horrible debate. I'm not going to rehash this, but in 2020, Biden said that he was a transitional president given his age, almost 80 years old when he was elected in 2020. I think he was 78, something like that. And, obviously only a one-term president after, following the worst president ever in Donald Trump and the way he mishandled COVID and just this an absolute disaster. So going from the worst president ever to a Joe Biden kind of brings some sanity back, one-term president. Not good, not good. And he decided, he waited till the 11th hour, and Kamala didn't have a chance, 120 days. So this is on Biden and a bunch of other things. I don't like the fact that during that one meeting, the transitional period where Trump went to the White House and Biden smiling ear to ear with this guy. It's just disgusting. Like, I understand you want to take the higher road. Like, he didn't give you the common courtesy, right? He didn't sit down and go through this transitional period. And he didn't do that. He tried to overthrow the results of a free and fair election. But yet you're yucking it up. That's old news. I'm not going to talk about that. But there are a lot of things. I'm very critical of Biden. And if you want... You want to go back, we wouldn't be in this mess if Biden did the right thing with Merrick Garland, his attorney general. Donald Trump should have been in handcuffs, fucking handcuffs, on January 21st, 2021. But didn't happen. And Donald Trump got away with all his crimes. All of them. Okay, so talking about that, I'm also going to talk about Rogan, Joe Rogan. A guy, he's full-blown MAGA because he thinks Tim Walz is a liar and Donald Trump is honest and genuine, right? The guy with 30,000 plus lies and counting to like a Tim Walz who misspoke or his dates were off about, Tiananmen Square and his service. He didn't lie. It was kind of like a half mistake truth to Trump. So that's not even one lie, like a half kind of lie to Trump's 30,000 lies. But Trump's the honest guy. Like, everything is backwards today. It's like an alternative reality, whatever. Okay, let's talk about Biden. I'll get to Rogan in a second. And I'm going to play a clip here. I'm just going to play the audio of Roland S. Martin about why people are clutching their pearls. Are like, what's Biden doing? With the pardoning his son. Listen to this.
The judge dismissed the gun case against Hunter Biden after President Joe Biden, his father, issued a sweeping pardon.
Can you hear that?
Biden pardoned Hunter, was convicted of tax evasion and federal gun charges. Hunter's sentencing was set to take place in a couple of weeks. Despite the repeated White House assurances that the president had no intentions of pardoning his son, the president announced Sunday evening that he had pardoned him.
I'll be right back.
The statement, he said, "Today I signed a pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word, even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted." Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchase, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It is clear that Hunter was treated differently. The charges in his cases came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then a carefully negotiated plea deal agreed to by the Department of Justice unraveled in the courtroom, with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for bringing political pressure on the process. Had the plea deal held, it would have been a fair, reasonable resolution of Hunter's cases. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son. And that is wrong. There has been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective prosecutions. In trying to break Hunter, they tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it will stop here. Enough is enough. For my entire career, I've followed a single principle: just tell the American people the truth. They'll be fair-minded. Here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. And once I made this decision this weekend, there was no sense in delaying
This is
it
his
further.
letter.
I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision. Sweeping pardon covers Hunter's convictions in 2 cases in Delaware and California, and any other, quote, offenses against the United States, which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024. Okay, so
I'm just going to play.
predictably, Republicans
I'm just going to play
lost their shit. I mean,
a couple of minutes here. He's going to talk about all the people that Trump pardoned, like Paul Manafort, fucking Charles Kushner, on and on and on. That fucking Stone guy. Here. What's his name? Not Oliver Stone. What's that guy's name? That weirdo guy.
They were just acting a fool. Oh my God! You had Scott Jennings from CNN talking about this
Roger
administration
Stone.
has lied more than any other. You mean compared to the fool who you supported again,
Exactly.
and the 30,000 plus lies he told in those 4 years? Really? Then you have all of these people, including some Democrats. They, of course, oh my goodness, this is wrong. It's not right. All those different things. Let's keep in mind, Donald Trump pardoned Mike Flynn.
Yep.
He pardoned Paul Manafort, his campaign manager. Flynn lied to the FBI. Manafort was taking money from foreign entities. Then there was Roger Stone, who's just across the board a liar and a thief.
Just a fucking thug.
Let's see. He also pardoned Charles Kushner. Who's Charles Kushner? The father of his son-in-law. What did he do? Well, was it tax evasion? Oh, what he also did was he hired a prostitute to sleep with his sister's husband, had it recorded, and sent the video to his sister because he was pissed that his brother-in-law cooperated with fellow authorities who were investigating him.
Yep.
Homeboy didn't want to get hit with obstruction of justice, so he cooperated. Oh, that same Charles Kushner, Trump just appointed the United States ambassador to France.
Exactly. Okay.
Oh,
I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll put the whole, what is this, like 30 minutes? I'll put it in the comment section. So, yeah, the last video I did, I talked about how the standards are so different. Like there's an asymmetry. Like the MAGA could do whatever. They're the criminals. And then they could do whatever. Like it's almost like, if you use like a baseball analogy, like, the Democrats have to pitch from the pitcher's mound and be 60 feet or whatever it is. And then they, the maggots could pitch from 15 feet, like it's just like, you got to get tougher. And that's what I've been saying. Like you got to get dirty. And, they always have to be on the up and up in the standard. We've got to do things right. So Joe Biden's got to appoint a Republican attorney general which just doesn't like the optics of going after someone who's committed a crime. It's all fucking bullshit, man. I'm telling you, you got to get tougher and even fucking dirty, and maybe even a little underhanded. You know, you got to fight fire with fire. Hey, right, fire with these pieces of shit. So, all right, over 10 on this video. Let me throw this one up, and then I'm going to talk about Joe Rogan. All right, more to come. Peace. Okay, if you made it this far, thank you very much. Just make sure you like and subscribe. All right, yeah, I'm going to put up another video, as I said, on Joe Rogan. So peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk. We're going to get through this thing together. Peace.